Hey, what's up, guys? My name's John. Welcome to Daily Theology. The DC million-person march turned to violence during the evening and then later nights when people had left. And Trump tweeted out some things, so I wanted to cover just a few of the things. I can't really play the videos because they're pretty violent, and also the language is just horrible. So I don't recommend necessarily watching those, but it is as expected. Trump said human radical left garbage did this, being arrested now. I'm sure that was popular. Radical left Antifa scum was easily rebuffed today by the big DC MAGA rally crowd, only to return at night after 99% of the crowd had left, and to assault an elderly couple and families. Actually, watch one of the clips, and a man was cussing at an elderly couple, chasing them, with his daughter there, as if this was like a normal good behavior. And the elderly couple had a flag that was in support of Trump. Trump says the silent media is the enemy of the people. And then here you can see them burning a flag. And then there was an all-out here, an all-out brawl in the middle of the streets with the Christmas lights twinkling in the background between the Proud Boys and Antifa. And it's hard to tell what exactly happened, but it looked like it was out of a third world country. There were just like hundreds of people, and you couldn't tell who was getting punched. Here, the BLM group is, this is where they threaten the elderly couple that I mentioned earlier, and the guy's chasing them. Here, they threatened to use pepper spray. This police officer's putting out a flag. And so you can see it wasn't just one incident, it was many. And the thing is, this shows a complete lack of love for others, a lack of love for neighbors, and the narrative that if you support Trump, you're a fascist. I don't think these people understand that what they are doing is the definition of fascism. They're evil, and I don't know what it's going to take to stop this. This picture, there was a firework thrown into this restaurant, and it looks like spaghetti or something exploded. Apparently, Trump supporters were eating there, and they decided to throw a live ammunition, basically firework, at them. They threatened to pepper spray here. And so, you know, what does all this mean for us as believers? Well, we have to keep the gospel before us. We have no enemies. Even when you see this, there may be a temptation to be angry, and maybe righteously so, I think. But we must love those that hate us. Jesus said, if you love only those that love you, what good is that? Don't even tax collectors and sinners do that. This is a spiritual issue. And my friends in China reminded me, and actually he was preaching on this last night, that there's a spiritual battle happening in our nation because many of the other nations of the world are looking to the U.S. as one of the last free societies, and they're praying for Trump, believe it or not. That's what they tell me. And so, you know, I think that's accurate. But our hope cannot be in this political system. There are conservatives that are as equally lost. Their confidence is in the flag or in the forefathers versus being in Jesus Christ, who is fully God and fully man. On the cross, what's so important about Jesus is he lived a perfect sinless life that you could never live. So he fulfilled the law. That's called his act of obedience. He went to the cross. On the cross, he bore the wrath of God for the sins of the people of God. That's known as his passive obedience. He shed his blood because without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. He died, was placed in a rich man's tomb, and on the third day rose and appeared to over 500 people. So Jesus Christ is risen and reigning, and praise the Lord for that. Please remember to hammer that like button, like the 95 Theses. And if you haven't yet, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. It would greatly help us to reach more people. Thank you, and God bless.